Bethlehem is a small town in the Palestinian territories. It is located about 5 miles south of Jerusalem. Bethlehem is a place of great religious significance for both Christians and Jews. The name Bethlehem means house of bread in Hebrew. This name is fitting as Bethlehem has long been associated with bread and nourishment. Bethlehem was known for its fertile fields in ancient times. These fields produced an abundance of grain. This grain was used to make bread, which was a staple food in the region. The importance of bread in Bethlehem is reflected in the biblical story of Ruth. Ruth, a Moabite woman, came to Bethlehem with her mother-in-law Naomi. Ruth gleaned grain in the fields of Boaz, a wealthy landowner. Boaz was impressed by Ruth's kindness and industry. He eventually married her. The story of Ruth is a reminder that Bethlehem has always been a place of hope and refuge. It is a place where people have come to find sustenance and new beginnings. The association of Bethlehem with bread is also significant in light of the birth of Jesus. Jesus is often referred to as the bread of life. He is said to nourish our souls just as bread nourishes our bodies. Bethlehem remains an important pilgrimage site for Christians today. They come to visit the Church of the Nativity, which is built on the site where Jesus is said to have been born. The church is a powerful symbol of the hope and peace that Jesus represents. Bethlehem is a place of great historical and spiritual significance. Its name, House of Bread, is a reminder of its long association with nourishment and sustenance. Bethlehem is also known as the City of David. King David, the second king of Israel, was born in Bethlehem. David's story is deeply intertwined with the symbolism of bread and rebellion. He was a shepherd boy, often tasked with bringing bread to his brothers, who were soldiers. This act of providing sustenance foreshadowed his future role as a king who would nourish and protect his people. David's rise to power was marked by rebellion against King Saul, the first king of Israel. He challenged the established order, much like the act of rejecting foreign bread in favor of one's own. This rebellion was rooted in the belief that God had chosen David to lead his people. It was a rejection of foreign influence and a return to their own traditions and beliefs represented by the metaphorical bread of their homeland. David's story became a powerful symbol for the people of Bethlehem. It spoke of their own struggles against oppression and their hope for a leader who would fight for their freedom. Just as David provided sustenance for his brothers and later his people, he also provided a model for resistance against injustice. He embodied the spirit of Bethlehem, a place that nourished both body and soul, and inspired its people to fight for their beliefs. In the ancient world, bread was more than just food. It was a symbol of life itself. This symbolism extended beyond physical sustenance to encompass knowledge and spiritual enlightenment. The act of sharing bread was a sacred act, a way of connecting with others and sharing in the divine. Bethlehem, with its abundance of grain and bread, naturally became associated with this symbolic meaning. It was a place where people could find both physical and spiritual nourishment. The schools of thought that emerged in Bethlehem reflected this belief, emphasizing the importance of knowledge and wisdom as essential elements of a fulfilling life. Just as bread sustains the body, knowledge and wisdom were seen as sustaining the mind and spirit. They provided the nourishment needed to navigate the challenges of life and to grow as individuals. This concept was central to the teachings of the schools in Bethlehem, making the town a beacon of learning and spiritual guidance in the ancient world. To Section 4, Eternal Life in the House of Bread. The concept of eternal life was central to the teachings of the Bethlehem schools of thought. This concept was not simply about living forever in the afterlife, but about achieving a state of spiritual enlightenment and fulfillment in the present. It was about living a life filled with purpose and meaning, guided by knowledge, wisdom, and compassion. This understanding of eternal life drew inspiration from various sources, including Egyptian mythology. The Egyptians believed in the afterlife and the journey of the soul after death. Their elaborate burial rituals and beliefs in the weighing of the heart reflected their deep concern for achieving eternal life. The Bethlehem schools, however, reinterpreted these ideas through their own unique lens, focusing on the importance of living a righteous life in the present as the key to attaining eternal life. This reinterpretation emphasized the power of individual choice and action in shaping one's destiny. It shifted the focus from external rituals to internal transformation, encouraging individuals to cultivate inner peace and wisdom as the path to eternal life. Section 5. Jesus of Bethlehem, Bread and Equality. Jesus of Nazareth, born in Bethlehem, further developed these themes of bread, life and equality. He used the metaphor of bread extensively in his teachings, most famously in the miracle of the loaves and fishes and in the Last Supper. In these instances, bread symbolized not just physical sustenance, but also spiritual nourishment and communal sharing. Jesus' teachings challenged the established social order and emphasized the inherent equality of all people. He broke bread with the marginalized and outcast, demonstrating that all are worthy of God's love and grace. This radical message of equality extended to his rejection of earthly kingship, choosing instead to lead through love, service, and sacrifice. Jesus embodied the spirit of Bethlehem, his birthplace, by nourishing both the body and soul of his followers. He offered a new understanding of eternal life, not as a reward in the afterlife, but as a state of being rooted in love, compassion, and justice that could be achieved in the present. His teachings continue to inspire people around the world, offering a path to a more just and equitable world.